one player. There's so much star power there. But because of me and my love of AWPs, you know, take a look at Permitta, and Lena had a great showing 2 days ago, despite his team not really having the opportunity to perform. So, of course, I'm going to be watching his head-to-head with Kenny S.
There we go, straight into the pistol round. We got Team Falcons versus what? Python does manage to take down a kill. So, it's going to be Permitta. A slaughterhouse here against Team Falcons, who now only have one person left standing at the moment. It's going to be hAdji to try and go in for these headshots. Finds one, has to now find another 3 to be able to successfully try to defuse the bomb. No kit on him either. He has got some body armor, so it could help him massively as long as the headshots are found. Talking of which, sNxx hits the target right on his dome.
Well, best possible scenario for Permitta to kick things off over towards that A site. We spoke about it at length yesterday. It can be a difficult one to try and retake on. And of course, Permitta take full advantage of that, knowing that pistol rounds, well, I mean, you've got like no utility. You've got nothing really to try and retake with. You're going to be in a tight spot if you're trying to retake there. So Permitta go, yeah, we'll give that a shot. They buy in, and of course, Falcons will be forcing into this. We saw sNxx doing it. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it really didn't. So we'll see if the gamble pays off for Falcons.
Kenny S. Can he do anything with the scouts? Where is he positioned? He is over towards the B site. I'll look down in towards that mid spot. ISO, and sNxx takes care of who's still there? misutaaa, rather. sNxx may well be able to find another player there. Doesn't quite. Oh, yeah, no. Python was able to peek around that smoke and take full advantage of them being a little bit blinded to that position. Python maybe able to get an upgraded gun, but it's a little bit of a risk. You'd have to push up against now 3 players, pretty much. So I don't think it's going to happen. Cheetah's kind of a lost area for them right now. See if they can, if you can make any kind of headway of what they're looking to plan. Because this is a slow round for Permitta. They're not looking to dive headfirst in versus pistol. It's not quite worth it. There are deagles. They're going to come in handy, but it's going to be a little bit lower. The wallbangs are coming through. Lane is going to be peeking around the corner. Python's going to be low HP. Wallbang to death. Lena just doing absolutely fantastic work here. Able to turn around and get a kill. Kenny S through the smoke. Finds ISO. Pretty much all he's going to be able to get unless the player plays a little bit too aggressively out through the side of the smoke. He tags the legs of Olymp. NBK with the 5-7. Keep in mind, he's now going to have to shoot the players at distance unless he can get this AK, which he is not going to be allowed. Now, Kenny S. I think he was spotted there. Maybe not. If he wasn't, that is potentially an upgrade to a rifle. If he's able to sneakily go about it. Smoke's going to go down. His position's called, but he's able to get a kill. Turns around. Goes in for the quick scope. Almost hits it. I love and appreciate that aggression from Kenny S. Nice try.
Yeah, he tried. And Lena, player I spoke about a little bit earlier on, 4K in that round, just absolutely dragging his team across the finish line. Well played there. Well played. It was an expensive one for Permitta, however. I mean, that was their bonus. No. I'm a moron. That was their force. This should have been their bonus, and they're forced to reinvest in. I do love that it's just like a full Mac 10. Like, I think that's going to be a ton of fun to watch, and they know that they're coming up against Falcons who just lost a force, so they're going to be on pistols, so they can afford to play it a little bit loose and goosey.
Mac 10s galore. I do love it. They should be able to make a decent amount of money. Oh. Never mind. Well, Lane is lost. That's a Mac 10 down. They're not trading this up right away, so that's going to be a little bit dangerous. Potentially a gun out of their hands into the opposition. It is NBK has got that, but it's only a Mac 10. But saying that, if they try to push up against the A site, they may find themselves in a little bit of trouble. So they are going over towards the B site. They've left one person to explore donut, potentially catch off guard one of the players if they decide to push on through, which would be a little bit of a shame on their side. NBK may well be falling into this trap, and well, misutaaa and Co are going to be diving on through. NBK's taking out the information's here. misutaaa absolutely slaughtered by the Mac 10. Extra $600 in the bag. sNxx is going to walk past Kenny S. He doesn't realize he dies, and now Kenny S is able to pick up a Mac 10 for his trouble, but he doesn't get very far.
this is certainly not the start that Falcons were hoping for. Let's get that out in the open. But this is what I've been waiting for. Lena, Kenny S, the two AWPs are out. They're on the field. It's some big buys across the board here from these two teams. I do like that ISO stuck with the MAC-10. I want to see that tip of the spear play. You've got to expect it. When one player has that, that's going to be the play, right? Try and rush in and get as much damage done as possible.
Oh. The AWP on Kenny S are going to have to be highly effective. If he doesn't manage to make any real effect with it, it's going to cost them dearly. They do have a full round loss bonus, so that's at least something. So unable to make anything work with that MAC-10. He is found. He is killed. Trade's going to be coming through misutaaa. You have to pick up 2 kills with the A1. Oh, that gun. Being able to really prove its worth there. Kenny S going to be in a good position. Lena peeks out.
Oh.
He falls, and now this is where we see Team Falcons come alive. They weren't able to convert that bonus round from Permitta's side, but they did a decent amount of damage. But keep in mind, they didn't really invest too much into it. They wanted to make sure they go full gung-ho on round 4. So this is where this map really starts. Kenny S. Again, hitting these shots exactly when he needs to. Now sNxx going to be the last one left alive. He spotted out, slaughtered. Stood 0 chance. And what a surgical round here from Team Falcons.
This is a little bit more akin to what we were expecting out of this Falcons team. I think they struggled a little bit with those lower buys, which can be a little bit telling, but they came up against a full buy on the other side, and they still managed to come out on top of it. So, and in a really, really strong and convincing fashion as well. They only lose 1 player in the process. So this is a good round for them. It's a good way to kind of stamp their claim and start to make the necessary moves to pull their scoreline up. It's only a 2-round deficit at this point, so I don't think there was any real concern just yet. Now, this is where things are going to start to get interesting. Permitta putting quite a big force into this one. Obviously, at the end of this round, everybody's down to nothing, so try and even it out as much as possible. Try and get some firepower out there, some nice util damage. Maybe that helps, you know, create an opportunity for cleanup.
CSGO going to be pushing on through. He may be able to find a couple of players, and he's going to be beaten head-on with them. Gets the headshot, but unfortunately, as a MAC-10, he gets the headshot with Lena's going to be able to get 1 kill. sNxx with a nice one as well, but he's going to get traded off by NBK. Olim pushes on, finishes the job that his teammate early on had found. It was KC who had done the original damage with the MAC-10. Now it's going to be 2-on-2 situation, rifle and AWP and AWP. This is a good matchup. Still got a minute left on the clock, and Team Falcons ideally want to try and convert this, because this would really be putting Permitta on the back foot. It could easily be a 2-round that Team Falcons could potentially get on the board. At least one. Maybe another one. As an incendiary grenade picked up by Olim. That is going to be a fantastic shot. Kenny S playing right into the hands of Lena. Now they have to try and work out where this last player is. They have 0 information on hAdji's position. And unfortunately, that's to their detriment. Olim's position would be known now as well. So they know of each other. But there's no way they're going to see each other. At least, well, hAdji has a decent idea. He's going to be chucking down the incendiary grenade behind Triple. No one's there. So he's still having to play for the information. And the moment that incendiary grenade does block him off from being able to go in for the defuse, now he's going to lock it in. Backs off. A little bit of a bait. Olim reads him like a book. And unfortunately, that was fantastic. hAdji just stood no chance. He couldn't do anything here.
Oh, 1 HP. That is that was a little too close for comfort, I think. Yeah, I mean, Olim does a really good job of playing for time there. That was a round that I didn't really think Permitta were gonna come out looking too good on the other side of, given the really janky buy that they'd kind of strung together. I did enjoy Olim's Ferrari peak with the MAC-10. I think definitely a highlight of that round for me. But we still got another MAC-10 here. It does seem to be working out for them. It is a slightly lower cost as well, so you throw that in with the rest of the rifles and try and use that as your tip of the spear play. Falcons losing a round that they weren't really expecting to means they come into this next round with a Very low buy.
Oh, nice trade going to be coming out from this. sNxx falls, but misutaaa quickly loses his life. Not too long after, but NBK and hAdji going to be able to pick up double kill between them. Python with another one himself, and now Olymp, last one left alive, but not for long. That round felt like it was only just getting started, but it was over before I could really say anything. misutaaa was the only one to be dropped from Team Falcon's side. That's another round on the board for them, and this is really going to be messing up the economy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great recovery from Falcons, but with the back and forth nature of it, neither one winning enough rounds to get a decent amount of cash, and neither one of them losing enough rounds to build up any sort of a loss streak bonus. Very quickly, it's going to turn into a busted and broken economy. Now, Permitta have got a little bit of cash to play with here, but I'm very curious as to how much of a spend is going to go into this, and I like this. Instead of going for, you know, a ton of upgraded pistols and a ton of utility, you go with a crazy low buy into this, even though you have a bit of cash to play with, and make sure you come into the next round with a full solid buy.
Absolutely brutalized. MBK going to be able to pick up a couple of kills here. misutaaa with one of his own onto sNxx. Actually, may be in a little trouble. Never mind. He won't have to try and survive this with just 1 HP this time around.
That was genuinely over in the blink of an eye, which I suppose was to be expected. Permitta, obviously, pistol round. You're not going to get too much done in that one. But as predicted, they're now able to come in with a far more healthy buy than they perhaps would have previously. Of course, they only had a one round loss bonus, or 2 rounds, so they didn't get a ton of money off the back of that loss. So it's not the healthiest buy, but it is relatively healthy. They've got some utility to play with here, so they can create a little bit of space for themselves, but they need to be a lot more coordinated than what we've seen so far.
misutaaa will be playing it in towards tunnels, watching over towards Cheetah at the moment. Backing out from here.
That smoke went to Narnia.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where it went, but well, what it did, it didn't achieve anything, unfortunately for them.
It's ambiance.
Oh, it's going to be a smoke out in towards mid, in towards Sniper Nest. Molotov as well going to be cutting off that cubby area, allowing a potential push into the mid spot. ISO takes down misutaaa of information as well, and they're going to be carrying on, trying to push down into this area. Remember, we have to wait and see. Ramp is still a bit of an open playing ground at the moment between these two teams. hAdji trying to make sure that they have control over it. And BK going to be exploring in towards the Cheetah area now. You can see him. Cassie's going to about to be head up with him as well. They've just gone in for the full rotation. It's going to be the A hit. They've just smoothly run all the way through, and it's now being. It should have been called by now. Surely, if you're Python, you would have heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Python should have been able to hear this. So now, what's interesting? Permitta only have a couple of angles they can really know that they're safe from. Oh, Python falls way too short, unable to help his teammates exactly when they needed him, and he failed his job. And now they have to go for a save. Realistically, I don't think there's much they can do here. The time is ticking. They have got defuse kits, but the level of hero plays would be absolutely huge. Olymp gonna hold up close and personal. Here's the first step. So he's gonna go for a chase.
Oh, no.
He's gonna catch Kenny off guard. Unfortunately, he flips out his knife. Tried to look cool, and unfortunately, he's gonna die for it. And so is sNxx apparently.
And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic.
Would be absolutely huge. Olymp gonna hold up close and personal. Here's the first step. So he's gonna go for a chase.
Oh, no.
He's gonna catch Kenny off guard. Unfortunately, he flips out his knife. Tried to look cool, and unfortunately, he's gonna die for it. And so is sNxx apparently.
And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic.
Gonna hold up close and personal. Here's the first step. So he's gonna go for a chase.
Oh, no.
He's gonna catch Kenny off guard. Unfortunately, he flips out his knife. Tried to look cool, and unfortunately, he's gonna die for it. And so is sNxx apparently.
And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic.
Steps. He's gonna go for a chase.
Oh, no.
He's gonna catch Kenny off guard. Unfortunately, he flips out his knife. Tried to look cool, and unfortunately, he's gonna die for it. And so is sNxx apparently.
And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic.
Oh, and unfortunately, he flips out his knife. Tried to look cool, and unfortunately, he's going to die for it. And so is sNxx apparently.
And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic.
Tried to look cool, and unfortunately, he's going to die for it. And so is sNxx apparently.
And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic.
For it. And so is sNxx apparently.
And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic. And not able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic. Able to deny the AWP either. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic. Oh, I mean, that was a really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic. A really good round from Permitta. I was just saying, like, we need to see coordination. That was fantastic. We need to see coordination. That was fantastic. We need to see coordination. That was fantastic.
But gets a little bit too over eager. Instead of trying to back off there, ends up going down. kNxx misses his shot, trying to now hold the close angle, finds one. They're going to continue pushing. Lena gets the kill, can pick up an AWP for himself. He has been solid with. Never mind, he can't find it. Okay, smart move, but not smart enough. He goes down, and that's going to be round. Good recovery.
Yeah, way better from Falcons. I think kNxx being able to get that shot off while under so much pressure definitely speaks to the experience of the player. Okay, is traded back, but he's able to get the kill, which is the important part. He's slowly whittled away, and Python also gets that first kill, is traded, but he gets the kill. And by that time, Falcons much faster on the rotate to get over towards that A site and shut down the push. Now they force Permitta back down onto pistol, so this is a great position for Falcons to be in. They're still at a deficit, admittedly, but they're starting to show a little bit better tactics, Come on, Python.
Come on. You have to do this. kNxx is able to get a kill. Well, that's going to be down to misutaaa, hAdji, and kNxx to try and pull this one off. The pistols galore come through. One rifle on Olim at the moment. They're going to be trying their best. Pushing on into this site. They have an opportunity here. It's open. They will have made their way towards triple, but Olim's going to be able to get one kill, but that's going to be all she wrote. Goes down. Now the pistols have to try and come out and clutch. Time is ticking, but hAdji's pushed on, played aggressive enough, picks up a new rifle. Have to get the hold of the defuse. They should be able to have this one in the bag. sNxx unable to get the shots in, and the defuse is made.
All right, sorry, folks, for that slight little technical hiccup. Should be back up and running again. But yeah, 5-5. Yeah. Do a little bit of a refresh. I say that, I mean, the people who are having trouble can't hear me saying refresh. So hopefully they think to refresh. But in the meantime, Falcons winning yet another round. Permitta yet again on the pistols. I mean, this is starting to look very, very bad for Permitta. They showed some really good strategies, some really good ideas. The Falcons have done really well to adapt.
And the push are going to be coming through the pistols. Doing some of the work, but kNxx able to pick up 2 of the kills fairly quickly. Going in for the third. He wants to top up his KD here the best he can. Well, Team Falcons should be able to get the 6th round on the board here. There's pretty much no way in hell Olymp is able to clutch this out in a 1v4 with a deagle. And we're going to be seeing an AK picked up and recovered, making sure that Olymp is going to have a harder time getting anything. Shots come out, they don't really land.
Yeah, I think the previous eco went a lot better. They got quite a few more kills than they managed on that one. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make a difference. Because they're not able to come out on top of that round. And Falcons, for the first time in a while, managed to snatch back the lead. And well played to them. It's taken them a little bit of a while. I mean, I said this earlier, right? It's taken them a little bit to get their footing. Obviously, it's their first game of the day. first and only. They clearly would have had some warm up, but they're playing against a relatively unknown team, a relatively new team. So you got to take a little while, get a feel for their flow and their vibe. And now Falcons doing quite well. Bearing in mind, however, this is their CT side, so it is a little bit concerning. That they've allowed Permitta to get so many rounds. We're going to be expecting a really strong T side from Team Falcons if they're going to want to be able to bring this back and win it out. On the other hand, Permitta, really, really well done. When they played this 2 days ago, they only got 5 rounds total on the map. So they're already doing so much better than they had done previously. It's great to see some of these adaptations come out.
Suter's going to be playing super aggressive. Lena jumps on in, gets one of the players down. The trade comes through as Casey, instead of using any kind of utility to push into this, goes in a little bit dry and unfortunately does end up going down.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Never mind. There we go. We're back. We move on. sNxx. Still alive at the moment. Losing Casey that early on is going to be painful, but they have managed to find a couple of kills here. Lena's absolutely blinded, not backed up by his teammates either, so if they continue to push, they would be dead. In towards mid. Kenny S takes care of sNxx. Up in towards alleyway there. That is not a good look. Losing another player. No trades have happened. Python able to deliver a lot of damage as well. Lena going to be down to 19 HP. He was already tagged. I'm not sure if Python saw the head of the player there, but he's going to go for the rotation, looking to hold over towards the B site. It is 3v3. hAdji and misutaaa are dead. There's a smoke and a Molotov going out towards B. But it's all bait, because look who's here. It's going to be Olymp holding, waiting for Kenny S to do something here. Nothing happens. Realizes the footsteps are going back over towards Temple here. So now Olymp is going to be pushing up behind him, but not fast enough. Lena goes down. Flash is going to be following it up, but unfortunately blinds himself. Doesn't get the shot straight into the hands of Olymp, who gets the kill. 8 seconds on the clock. The bomb. It goes down just in time. Now we've got a 2v2. AWP on Olymp. He decided to switch on over. Don't know if that was the best idea, but we'll wait and see. ISO takes care of business. NBK does fall to the waistline. Python, last one left alive, and look at this. Red like a book. And, well, that's going to be a save. Python able to keep this AWP in the game for them.
At least. I will say Kenny is flashing himself out. I don't know if he'd be able to win that battle. Even if he had vision, maybe he would have, but he definitely can't when he's flashed himself. So, could have been a bit of a definitely a misplay there. But again, Permitta, really well done. I'm actually really impressed at the change that we're seeing from this team. I mean, when we saw them on day one, they were playing against 9, and they looked so lost. It really, I mean, we started to question why they picked Ancient. It was honestly that one-sided. So it's really good to see them showing what they're capable of, showing why they were the team that made it through the Polish Premier League to get here and to represent Poland. Really, really well done. Good stuff from them. Giving Falcons a run for their money.
That's what you want to see. I mean, both of these teams are pretty much fine for the life. It's going to be very painful for Team Falcons if they don't get into the Pro League, which... honestly, from the way they've been performing in some of the other maps, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Lena, please. So close. Nade goes out, but he failed it. Backed over towards himself. Now play a little bit more aggressive. Spots our player. misutaaa. Gets the kill. And what is this? NBK!
Oh, Lena.
Straight into the smoke. Into, well, the scope of Lena. He's doing his job fantastically. The MVP so far this game for me. Casey's going to be pushing fairly aggressively here. Kenny S looking to see if he can prevent information. hAdji goes down, and now 2 players left over. This is most likely, well, this has got to be the 7th round on the board here for Permitta. And like you said, they got 5 rounds last time we saw this play this map, and they've gone home and they've done their homework.
Definitely a much better look. Really, truly, well done. And we've got a couple of rounds left in this half. Falcons, I was praising them for starting to get their act together and starting to direction, but we've hit a bit of a speed bump again. We're conceding rounds really easily. Permitta have a good job of finding the chinks in the armor and really pressing into them. As we head on to the next round, really tight in terms of cash. Nothing left. And as we said, the drive is going to be a pretty strong take. We'll try and get that sorted for you.
All right, well, there we go. I can now see the screen.
There we go.
Oh, the defuse. Somehow they're going to get 7 round on the board.
Hey!
At the right time. Well, there's other technical issues. Unclear, unsure why it's happening, but you know, sometimes some broadcasts can just be a little bit cursed. It seems to be this one. Hopefully, we'll maintain a continuing on through to the next round, which is going to be the final round of this half.
Falcons didn't have much cash in that previous round, if I remember correctly. So that's quite impressive that they were able to barrel their way through that and make it work for themselves. Now, of course, ooh, double AWP. I'm curious to see how Python's going to do. His rifling has been iffy at best. So I'll be curious to see.
Hopefully, Kenny-S, Python. Yes, definitely, obviously a solid AWP as well. ISO is going to go down. It's been interesting to see him try to adapt with the 5-bullet. Oh god, Python. He doesn't even take a shot. He doesn't know the time as well enough there, which, you know, fair enough. That's difficult. That is going to be giving the A site on over to the opposition. AWP now in Lena's hand. He is going to be thanking him for that one. And, well, it seems like some people are thinking you're British when... Definitely not. Either way. Oh,
definitely not.
He has an opportunity. Never... Wait, hang on. NBK?
Wait, what?
He got team killed. Kenny-S took a shot, but unfortunately, that was a headshot of the wrong player. Kenny-S played for the other team here. Nade's going to be going out. That could actually find it. Mark it. It does! A double kill out of nowhere, but now he's got to make up for so much, but he can't because sNxx is there to shut him down. And the traitor who shot NBK in the back of the head goes down, and we go into a quick break as the second half is coming up. Don't go anywhere.
and bomb has been planted. 1 versus 1 as Permitta don't manage to snag that back.
That's unfortunate. But we are back in, missing another pistol round. But, you know, Team Falcons unable to really bring it through their Permitta. We've got 8 rounds on the board. Pretty good here. 8-8. Team Falcons looking to really bring this back.
Okay. Keep looking at our scoreline here. Falcons, of course, able to buy in off the back of winning that round. Good boon for them. Permitta going to be on pistols here. Oh, I was expecting the mid-pistol rush, but they're making a go with this. Going to see if they can get a kill. They've actually invested 1 player Olymp into a deagle here. A little bit of a cash invest, and we'll see maybe he can get a dink or 2, maybe recover. Nope! Good grief, that wasn't Olymp, but bye-bye ISO.
So again, absolute slam. Python does go down. Python does what Python knows, and unfortunately that was dying in that position, but hAdji able to get the kill. Fairly good. Moving on, we do see the buy round coming out from Permitta. AWP going to be out in the hands of Elena, Sam. And the rest of them are going to have rifles. It's going to be a 2-2 split in regards to which ones have the A1 and the A4. Still, like, keep an eye on this as well. Utility going to be very scarce, though.
I feel like that Lena's pulled into the AWP. Like you said, scarce util, glass cannon, no armor as well. But I think with, you know, the way Lena's been playing, he's the top fragger on the team right now, and he's somebody that stood out to me a couple of days ago as well. Solid performer for the roster. Maybe he can make something happen here. Maybe he can start bringing things back in their favor. Falcons starting to look a bit more comfortable.
Kenny has to avoid shooting his teammate in the head. misutaaa staying alive. He's going to go for the spray of the Khalil. Catches the players off guard. Going in for the transfer. It does a lot more damage as well. Lena going to fall to the wayside. That is the AWP dropped. And, well, Permitta just getting surgically picked apart right now. They don't quite expect another player to be behind. Triple NBK going a little bit too confident there. Ends up dying because, unfortunately, his teammates backed off, looking to just save their guns. And, well, yeah, that was not NBK, sorry. But I can't remember which player was it. It was sNxx was behind there. Ended up dying. Lose myself.
It'd be like that sometimes, you know. Get a little bit flustered in the action, in the moment. Gets really exciting, and it's pretty exciting for Falcons hitting double digits here. Permitta haven't been able to pick up a round just yet, but I mean, we saw this in the previous half, right? Permitta, they got 3 rounds, and then suddenly Falcons, they hit back, and they hit back really hard. So Falcons have won 3 rounds here. Permitta might have an opportunity into the next round to start to bring things back in their favor. Economy's still a little bit messy, still not ideal, so it might take another round or 2. This is the problem with some of those heavier investments early on when you don't necessarily have the funds to do that. You start to kind of shoot yourself in the foot long term. And if they keep conceding these rounds, I mean, Falcons looking a lot better on the T side than what we'd seen on their CT. The CT wasn't bad. It was really pretty even towards the end of the round, but it wasn't as clean as it should have been.
hAdji pushes straight towards this mid position, gets shot through the smoke by the deagle spam. That's got to be frustrating. Python as well, going to have a shot land on him. Casey looking to do his job here. Peeking up towards the corner here. Going to have to be a bit careful. Olymp has the 5-7 right in there. Oh, I thought he was going to be able to get the head, but that is not going to be the case. MBK does get the kill, which should, you know, be expected. Oh, Casey gets the kill, gets a weapon for things. Spots out Python. He wasn't on full HP, so just be a bit careful. Kenny S does take care of sNxx, but through the smoke, ISO able to get the kill. Now NBK essentially push up with some of the utility, maybe recover this gun as well. ISO has been spotted. Crosshair placement just not being good enough here for him. NBK's pushed up close to Temple. That flash does come out at the right time. Python has this angle locked down. That deagle's not going to work now. Casey's last player left alive finds 1, but he's going to have to find another 2 in quick succession. Not going to happen. AWP recovered. The bomb's going to go off. More money in the bank and another round as well for Team Falcons.
Python also starting to really look a lot better here on this T side. There were a few questionable moments on the CT side when he was rifling. A few moments, a few shots that maybe should have connected, a few duels that he maybe should have won. But looking a lot stronger now as we've headed into the second half. A quick shout out to NBK. 20 and 10 at the moment. Solid performance here from one of our star veteran players as Falcons get themselves up to 11 rounds. But that's a lot of util damage early on.
Lots of damage. misutaaa is going to be burned alive. Quick barbecue here. See NBK just holding in towards Cheetah at the moment, making sure no one from the tunnels can push up against him, but there is 2 in there, so if he peeks up against him, he's going to be a whole world of trouble. Lena takes care of kennyS. It's going to be another kill on the board for him with the AWP. Now, this has made Falcons reconsider their options. It's now ISO. His teammates are going to have to try and switch things up. NBK isn't going to be visiting them there. Donut is going to come under contention. Casey has got an angle for it, but honestly, it's going to be very hard to try and hold this, especially after having already used the piece of the utility there. I think Falcons are trying to get ready for the over rotation. If they can do a 2-2 split on towards B, they may be able to make this work. Smoke's going to be going out. Causing a little bit of confusion, but misutaaa picks up the AWP. Why would you do that at that angle? He goes down. He falls. He had 9 HP. I guess that makes sense. But NBK and Python, they get a double kill, and now they can descend over towards A. They may not expect this player to be in towards Donut, who gets the kill and holds onto the bomb. Now NBK rushing up in towards his position. Casey finds one, looking in for another one. He goes huge for his team, getting 3 kills and stopping and just completely denying Falcons rotation in towards the A site.
I mean, this is clearly, it's a perfect example of why utility usage and good utility usage is so important. Early util damage to some of the players, kennyS getting taken down, and you've got a few players on lowered HP that allows you that little bit of cleanup. You've taken down one of the players from Falcons, so that slows down their attack considerably, and then that gives you the chance to finally getting themselves around on the board in this second half of the series and putting Falcons a little bit on the back foot here. You know, hAdji only able to buy into a Galil limited utility. kennyS doesn't have a helmet, so they're slowly starting to chip away at the cash reserves. If they can win this round, they'll really start to build up something for themselves and maybe start to get that momentum back in their favor.
Alright, so they're going to be playing close up towards this position. kennyS is going to be looking onto it himself as well. Boosted up on the boxes. Hold on to ramp. misutaaa trying to clear out this angle. Not wanting to be barbecued this time round. Or kebabbed. Almost was destroyed by the AWP, but in turn it's going to be kennyS. Quick and personal. The man we all know and love, unfortunately laid to ground by kennyS, who now repeats back in towards tunnels. Smoke's going to go down. Olymp able to take down misutaaa. Denying a lot of movement here. Oh, Olymp again with another kill. This is big. Permitta waking up on their side, but unfortunately Python is able to kill Olymp. And this should be round in the bag, but you know what? 1v2, it's not the end of the world. For 25 seconds. It's all going to be down to Lena trying to go in for this rotation. He's dropped his AWP. He realizes that he's going to have to play a little bit more close and personal for this one.
I'm surprised if Lena actually goes for this. I feel like it's quite risky. Looks like he's going to. Gonna come head to head with hAdji as well in a moment. Oh, ships in the night, but if hAdji turns this corner at the right time.
Oh!
No.
Oh, he just did it. It's that moment where you know it's like, I can feel something on my left.
My spidey sense, yes.
Ooh.
This is I'm concerned for Permitta now. You know, they're looking better than they had previously, but it's still not great. It's still not enough, right? I mean, this is their map pick. If they don't win this one, we head over onto our second map. It's Falcons map pick, and that could spell disaster for the Polish side. really need to start getting a little bit more movement going here. Unfortunately, this round, unlikely to be the one to make that happen.
Pistols, can they be enough, Sam? We've seen it before. Falcons, they have been struggling to be able to tie some of these rounds together as we go in towards the 22nd round here. 5-7 P250, 2 Deagles of MP9. Permitta, is this going to be enough? I don't know. I do have my questions about this. I think we should see Falcons try to bring this one through. No AWP. And Kenny S was absolutely fantastic with that in the last round. So able to get those double kills. Really made a difference for himself and the team. Seems like it might be a bit of an execution here over towards the B site. A distractive set of util, rather. As it seems like we are going to be seeing a main hit. And there's going to be Olymp with the MP9. There's not going to be enough bullets in that to take care of these players. Python's going to be checking it very closely. Gets the headshot. Only headshot onto the player, but also headshot from himself. And onto Casey. He is coming alive. He doesn't want to make the same mistake here as he has done in the first half on his CT side. Keep in mind, obviously, A site was where he held all the time, so it is his place. He should know where a lot of these lurkers may well be. And that worked out in his favor. He checked the angles perfectly there.
Yeah, anti-eco. You more or less expect it to go this way, especially considering Falcons have been on a bit of a tear. This was, I mean, we'd kind of hoped that maybe Permitta could rally something together in this round, despite the fact that they didn't really have much, and weaponry that you have left after losing 2 of your players, and come into the next round with cash. Now there is a buy. It's a bit sad. I think it's very telling that the best rounds Permitta can string together have been these buy rounds. There've been a few, you know, eco-adjacent rounds, like half-buy type rounds where they've done well, but for the most part, if they don't have solid weaponry in their hands, they're not really going to do very well. And that, I think, has been one of the biggest clinch moments on this map. So now the double AWP comes out from Permitta. We've seen it from them before a couple of days ago. They really do enjoy employing this, and it sometimes works out. Maybe they can get a little bit more value out of that here as Falcons playing the slow game. Again, a very dynamic team, constantly changing up their approach, not doing the same thing round after round, and not allowing Permitta to read too much into their strats.
I do like this boost in towards tunnels. Offsets the automatic angle that people go in for the peak for, so allows you to potentially get off at least 1 kill and then be able to back off from the position. But it all depends if anyone's going to go over there, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Execution in towards the mid area, looking to try and get some dominance here. And that is going to be completely possible. Keep in mind, this was a map picked by Permitta. They have got a little bit of a tendency to lose these their map picks so far from what we've seen in this event. Well, that utility in towards mid, and it was a lot of it. They were unable to bait out any kills. Unable to bait out over rotation. There were 2 players that did push in, but...
Has your stream
still working?
Frozen?
No, it's still working for me. Olymp is able to get the kill. NBK goes down to the wayside. It's going to be the Molotov coming through. Okay, so he's going to be hit down behind Triple at the moment. He's going to be the key player here to try and clutch this out, but he looks at the wrong position. He drops like a fly, and out misutaaa able to come in here and do their best. Python and co going to be cleaning up this area. 4v4. This retake scenario is going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. Smoke's going to be going out over towards A main. A little bit pointless. Now hAdji going to carry on pushing. Oh, first kill comes out. misutaaa's going to fall, but hAdji going to be coming up behind him. Cleans house, gets 2 of them. Kenny S with 1 and Python with the last. Olymp falls down. That's going to be the 14th round on the board here. 9 in total for Permitta, but that was unfortunate. Massive mistakes coming out from Casey.
Oh, seems I'm starting to have some technical difficulties of my own. But we'll power through, and hopefully it'll resolve itself in the next few minutes. But yes, Falcons 1 round away from that match point situation. We'd hope that Permitta would be able to get something done with that double op setup, and unfortunately now back down onto a janky pots and pans bind. Very little to really utilize and into the next round. Well, they're going to have anything really. This could be the end of the line.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine unless they pull something really out of the block, this is going to be incredibly hard for them to achieve much on if they don't win this. 1 nade on them as well. MP9 in hands of Casey. He is middle of the pack in regards to performance-wise, but I mean, realistically, he dropped the ball in that last round, and that's going to be painful for them to forget upon looking across the, reviewing the VOD, as it were, the replay. Execution out in towards this mid position. ISO going to go for the spray through the smoke. Not going to hit too much. He has to be careful. If he dies, that is going to be a massive disadvantage for his team. sNxx is going to be able to push back through the smoke. They're going to expect him potentially to have been down the other end, but they're going to continue pushing. Spray from him comes off. It's not going to be to any avail. Lane is going to be peeking up here with the AWP. It looks like there may be a whole load of players who decide to go on the rampage here. NBK is just allowed to explore all the way up here. At the moment, he does know that one might be down towards wood, but he's still going to be pushing and shot in the back. sNxx makes quick work of him. Python kill on Lena. That's AWP lost. ISO going to get dropped as well. This is the site just opening up. Olim's there to try and help his teammates, but now Casey, last one left alive, gets 1 kill with the MP9, but that is it. That is the 15th round on the board here for Team Falcons on Permitta's map.
It was actually so close. It felt like Permitta, a victory in that round was just within their grasp, and it gets snatched away from them at the finish line. And this is what I was so worried about, because we come into match point and Permitta have so little. It's going to be a force, obviously, last round. You have to. But it's not going to be a clean one. It's not going to be... it's going to suck. And unfortunately, I think that this could be where this map ends for Permitta. You know, it looks like we're going to be heading on over to our second map very, very shortly. Look, we could see a miracle. I don't want to count them out just yet. They have had some really shining good moments, and they don't have the worst buy possible. So I feel like it can be done, but they've only had 1 round in the entirety of their CT side. Tom, I think this is the swan song.
May well be. Permitta unable to really perform up against expectations here. Python managed to do 13 points of damage. Unable to get the kill, but Olympics are going to be able to limp away. Let's now take a different angle. Trying to stay alive. The bomb is in a bit of a, fairly neutral position. They can go for the rotation if they wish. Flash out towards the site. And a little bit of utility as well. Trying to cut off any of the close areas. But there may be players. At the moment, we've got sNxx and ISO sitting in towards tunnels at the moment. Playing a double position. We've seen this before. It's a fairly solid one to hold on to. Oh, Kenny S. Didn't even see that happen. Then he got shot from outer space there. Very good shot. Good knowledge from Kenny S. Knowing how to hold those angles. Now pushing in towards this position. That's going to be a flash going out in towards tunnels. But he has to be careful. He's going to be going in for the peak. Is he going to spot them? Nope, he cannot. Question is, misutaaa, are you going to look to your right in time? No, you're not. He goes down. Kenny S. gets 1 with the no-scope, but the trade is almost instantaneous. It's unfortunate, though. sNxx. They gave up the site. Now they're going to have to go in for the retake, and it's going to be a difficult one. Python going to be looking up behind them. Catches the play off guard. Never mind. Casey able to get that kill. hAdji to the back of the site here. Goes in for the headshot. Can't quite hit it. And now NBK falls, and that is a round on the board for Permitta. But it was so close. They do manage to keep 3 people alive, though.
Finally able to make something happen. I said it right. Like, it is possible with what they had available. It would be difficult, but it could be done. Unfortunately, that's just the start of their uphill battle. 5 rounds consecutively required to take us into overtime, and there's no big concern here for Falcons. They know they only need one round. They're still sitting pretty in terms of cash. At the end of this round, things might start to look a little dicey, but it won't be terrible by any measure. So they're fine. They're not feeling the pressure just yet.
I've just seen Permitta saying that. Sorry, seen someone in chat saying Permitta are holding back strats for IEM. Which that would be funny. I would laugh, but it'd also be incredibly stupid from their side. Oh, sNxx. Oh, yeah. He pushes out. He gets a triple.
Oh,
we missed it
man.
all. Olymp does take the kill onto Python. Absolutely fantastic there. Good set of kills now. NBK, last one left alive. There is very little he can do. He only has 5 people to kill. It's not much of a challenge for this line. He's been around for a long time. He's playing since he was 14, if I remember correctly. Now he's dead. How unfortunate.
That 5 consecutive rounds is starting to look a little bit more plausible, I suppose. Love to see it. Permitta with the resurgence here. Well beyond double digits. A far better performance than what we saw a couple of days ago. And funnily enough, it was right after the timeout from Falcons. There's something to be said about taking a timeout when you're on a win streak. And that something is, don't do it. Because suddenly Permitta are starting to look a lot better.
Oh, Olymp. And that's an excellent ISO. Going to be able to get a bunch of kills. This should be the case. And that's going to be the 13th round on the board. Ooh, Falcons, they could try and force into this. I don't know if it's worth it. Actually, you know what? It could be a smart one. Because it'd mean that they'd have at least another round or 2 to be able to try and recover. So I think this is what this pause is for. They're like, okay, well, we could try to go for it on this one. 2 of their players going to have very lackluster. They're probably going to have Mac 10s. Actually, probably pistols and utility. And then they'll have 3 riflers. No AWP, which is a big disadvantage for them, considering Kenny S is, you know, doing solid work with it.
Yeah. I mean, all of these players have been performing incredibly well. It's just Mr. that's been not quite on the level, so to speak. But even then, I mean, he's still doing well. It's not like he's AFK or whatever. And now another timeout from our illustrious Falcons players. Because the last timeout worked so well. See if they can make some adaptations here.
They just open the... it breaks the momentum of Permitta. They don't want overtime on this. They want to win this. And then go into their map.
100%.
Yeah. Let's see if that can happen. It's going to be a fairly interesting series. Has been so far. Falcons setting themselves up. Slightly different positioning this time around. And they're going to be pushing up here in towards a main. Like I said, well, I mean, I would have expected a little bit more from the rifle side, but they went for the utility strong side. And oh, Lena through the smoke. And it's going to be Casey with the spray down 1, 2, and 3.
Amazing.
He can't quite count to 4, but NBK shuts him down. And once again, last player left alive to try and, well, clutch this one out. And he doesn't even have the bomb on him. He decides to opt in to try and clean the angles instead. Makes sense. If he actually just pushes on 3, may have an opportunity here. But if he sticks around too long and doesn't push into Temple, he is absolutely screwed. Talking of which, Lena.
I mean, this is why going for a death ball can be so detrimental. Because Permitta push out. They fan out across the entire map, gain very early information that there's nothing happening in mid and there's nothing happening in B. This allows Olymp to go on a wild flanking mission up towards A main. He's able to get a kill there. A couple of kills come through on site. They essentially circle in around Falcons, and Falcons just crumble because they haven't set up any sort of a contingency plan. Now Permitta up to 13 points for the first time in a long time. Falcons are starting to feel the pressure. They're going for upgraded pistols. They don't want to go for a big invest here. They want to get through this round. They want to come through in the next round with absolutely everything they can throw at Permitta and close it out. And honestly, that's the only course of action for them if they want to avoid OT. Because Permitta, if after winning this round, they're on 14. We're so close to OT.
Yeah. Good count and smoke from the side of Permitta. So this is realistically, unless unless Permitta make a lot of mistakes, which is possible. Especially when you're playing up against a bit more of an unpredictable opponent who, you know, just have like a bunch of pistols and stuff. It's going to be very hard to predict exactly what they're going to be doing. Olymp, he's just given a massive amount of information. Python is going to end up dying down. sNxx are going to be picking up a double, looking in for the triple. kennyS running away, denying him the ability of being able to get that triple as Casey and Lena go down. Olymp has to go for the spray, gets the kill, and now last player left alive, kennyS. He backs off. He's got a rifle in his hands. He's got the bomb. Got a dream. If he could somehow pull off this 1v3 clutch, he could confirm to everyone that the legend is back, but it's not the AWP in his hand. There is a player towards the temple. He doesn't read it. He's dead.
Valiant attempt. Yeah, they do manage to get 2 kills. Not that it matters at this point. Lena with over $10,000. Just, make that 14 now that the round's ended. They've got cash to burn. This resurgence from Permitta has been exceptional. Like, where has this Permitta been for the entirety of the second half? We are on the absolute brink of overtime between Permitta and Falcons, and I think that this is a turn up that we were not expecting. Falcons looking a little worse for wear.
Yeah, they've been able to bring it back. Oh, that nade. But you know what? It's on kennyS. I don't think they care. Not because it's kennyS, but because he has an AWP, all right? Not. Oh, we don't care. No. Not being toxic. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Falcons have an opportunity. Let's see if they're going to be able to do anything with this. But they could take this all the way to overtime. And then potentially even win it out. If they could win this map in overtime, that is going to be shaking Falcons massively. Casey chucks down the incendiary grenade. So even all the utility that's just been used in towards this mid position, countered with a single Molotov. Almost anyway. They're going to carry on pushing. Smoke is still up towards that top mid position. Molotov is going to get thrown back, and that is fantastic. That forces Olymp all the way off, but that might work against them if they decide to push in towards Donut or towards A main. There's now an extra player who's going to be holding on towards that area. So good use of utility, but looks like it may well backfire. NBK looking to go in for the backstab. Going to be lurking up around this sniper area, which means they do have one less person to go in for the enter. And Lena, they're going to line up. He gets one, can't quite line them up perfectly to get a collateral or anything, but kennyS does get the reversal sweep on him, gets the kill. Olymp in a good position. Misutaaa is going to take him down. Casey holding this angle for Donut, going to be pushing on, takes down the bomb planter. hAdji falls like a tree. Now kennyS, AWP in hand, it doesn't matter. He's going to go down. It's Casey to get another kill to close it out. Misutaaa doing fantastic work here as well, and that is going to be the end of, well, the match. We're going to go into overtime in a couple of moments after a quick break.
Well, an unexpected turn of events. It's overtime, Tom. I don't think we expected to be here, but here we are. And this is high risk, high reward. Double AWP in overtime?
Yeah, it's you know, an interesting take. It has worked for them in the past, like you mentioned a couple of times, but I'm a little bit worried. Falcons are going to be going in for an execution here. Olymp has to hit this first shot, but NBK, he's too fast, too accurate. Too fast, too furious, you may say. That's going to kill. Casey's going to get blocked off. He's going to be unable to get this these initial kills, which is going to be painful. This double AWP setup, completely wasted. Money thrown in the trash. So slightly less money on Olymp going into the next round. And, well, it seems like they've just given up, which is fair enough. They completely fell out the wayside in regards to this first round.
Yeah. I mean, they had the one player with the AWP, a very aggressive position as well, instantly deleted. And after such a high-risk buy, you can't afford to lose anymore. You know that this round is over. You know that you can't retake that. Rather just hold on to what you have. And it's unfortunate because obviously that gives a huge leg up to Falcons. One that you wouldn't really want to give them, knowing that you're in overtime, knowing that every round is incredibly important. Remember, 19 is the magic number. Falcons that one step closer. I'd be curious to see what Permitta do next. Do they buy another AWP? Do they risk it again? Or do they go, you know what? Rifle's good. Yep, there you go. Rifle's good. let's not throw any more money there that we don't have to.
Yeah. He definitely should not have had that AWP, and MBK is going to be chasing his target. Well, he is hungry. He's had enough. He is going in for the kills. That's Casey. Who's going to die? Unable to really make much of an impact here. Olymp is alive. That's going to be a double Molotov put down. Some bullets sent the way for Falcons. To no avail. A third Molotov in a same position. This time does a chunk of damage. Lena will suffer some damage as well. Masu's going to be planting next to triple at the moment, meaning that they can hold it in from Donut as well as a main. Is a solid plant position, and honestly, I don't think there's much we can see Permitta do. They get the first kill on towards Python, but they've still got multiple other players to try and go on here, and there's still flashes, there's still utility here. Misutaaa takes one, ISO goes down, Olymp as well. Lena tries his best, but he can't make it work. sNxx catches NBK off, but I mean, that's all he is able to achieve. Permitta looking like, well, they've just lost the will to live in this this half.
And that's, I think, the really devastating part, right? Like, this is a better looking Permitta than we've seen previously. 2 days ago, they play against 9. They go 16-5 and 16-8, right? Just really, really one-sided affairs. They come into this against Falcons, against a team of veteran players, and they're really holding their own. They're doing well, getting it all the way into overtime, and now it just feels like they just can't get a foot in. They just can't get that momentum going.
Yeah.
Maybe they hit the mental boom. I don't know what it is, but unfortunately they're just not able to hold it back. And Falcons, I mean, they just keep hitting A, man. This A hit works. It is working for them. Permitta struggle to retake there, and they're taking full advantage.
They are switching up a bit. Lena has gone in for a different position. Olymp's played aggressive this time, catches Python off guard. Misutaa's here, looking to play in against this player. Unfortunately, unable to do anything. Casey gets a little bit of revenge on MBK, and suddenly it's looking a little bit different. They're coming alive.
There
Kenny
you
S.
go.
He's going to have to do a lot. Oh. Tries his little cheeky jump there to bait out the shot, but Casey is over on site as well. Is able to catch him off guard as he tries to back off. And, well, you know what? This is a really good first half of the overtime for them. I don't see hAdji being able to clutch this one out. The numbers and the position, the bombs lost. So this is a really good first half for Team Falcons.
Yeah, 100%. I will say that Permitta, 2 rounds of A hits, and they go, hey guys, let's reinforce A. And it worked out really well. They reinforced A, and they managed to stop Falcons from executing A. This is fantastic. You turn things around now. Permitta back on their T side, and their T side was better than their CT side by a long shot. They were looking much better, but of course Falcons on a bit of a tear right now. They're feeling a lot more confident. And that could be a determining factor. As much as Falcons' CT side was a little rough around the edges, it still ended at an even half, obviously, but it wasn't... Like, you expected them to do a lot better on the CT side. You expected them to kind of run away with that a little bit. So there's a chance here for Permitta to bring it back in their favor.
It's possible. Completely possible. It's first to 19. Falcons have to get 2 out of the 3 rounds. Whereas Permitta, they have to do, yeah, they have to get 2 as well. So first to 2 rounds on this half. And even then, Permitta will have to follow through into a second overtime. This is their map pick. Keep in mind, Python does get the first kill. Laner goes down. We missed that shot, unfortunately, but I think Python was blinded. So he potentially learned the timing even after he was flashed. So that's going to be good, especially against another AWP player. Smoke is going to be going out. Allows them to breathe for a couple of seconds here, whilst Permitta try to work out and worm their way into a couple of different places, in towards this mid spot. You can see someone pushing down, but unfortunately for him, if he continues on, he's going to enter the scope of sNxx, who's got that position locked down. No one's holding the actual B side properly yet. And yet, we're not going to be seeing that here, it looks like. Python, a lot of damage done, but NBK pushes out towards mid, gets a kill. misutaaa, he's going to catch ISO off guard. He doesn't quite think or realize that hAdji was up behind him. Oh, just dismantling this team one by one. But Casey is here, managed to get an opening kill, followed up by NBK falling. Flash is going to be coming out. They do a lot of damage, but misutaaa is able to stay alive. But they're going to continue pushing up, get against him. But misutaaa, he's finally coming alive, and he gets a double kill. The doubters in chat can eat their words, it seems. The hero, misutaaa, able to get those 2 kills and help his teammates try and secure this win.
Honestly, 2 players pushing that was questionable, I felt like. Especially because, so, they don't know it, we know it, but you need to be thinking about it, we put it that way. There's a player that's pushing through from CT spawn. So if you've both got your back to that, even if you win the duel, you're probably going to get backstabbed. So you need to be cognizant of that kind of thing happening. It might have been safer to stay on the site, but hindsight is 20/20. And Falcons are once again on match point and looking to close this one out. This first kill in this round could be the determining factor here. This first kill, and it's going to be missed up.
Yeah, misutaaa just doesn't care. Laner, he's going to go down. That is one of their top players, or at least he was. He's not really been doing too much for the last, probably 5 or 6 rounds. Actually, long more than that into the previous, before overtime as well. So having 4 people right off the bat is going to be painful. Also, he's picked up the AWP, looking to co-adopt this. sNxx, though, has his own boomstick. They are going to get mollied out. He's going to be stuck in a corner. And no one puts baby in the corner. So sNxx is going to be looking to come out of this. Come alive. The spray through the walls coming out. But remember, A1, you only have a limited amount of bullets. This could be the round on the board for Permitta. It looks like it will be. Olymp able to take down MBK. Python going to be coming up from CT. Has got a grenade. Giving away his position, and now unable to really carry on pushing down there without getting a kill. Getting the sideline, he so wishes. Never mind. It works in his favor. sNxx is able to get the kill onto misutaaa. They want to close this out now. They don't want to have to continue on. Python looking to go for the shot. Gets the kill, but sNxx in turn is able to get a kill. sNxx misses his shot. sNxx doesn't know. Gets the frag, and now that's another round on the wall for Permitta. It's, well, the back's against the wall. They have to win the following one to take it to the second overtime.
Oh, man. And you know what? In this position in the past, Permitta have made it happen. I tell you what, this is one tenacious team. We kind of spoke about how, at the start of OT, it felt like their mental was maybe booming a little bit. But this is probably one of the most tenacious teams I've seen in a while. However, they are going to be contending with double AWP setup here. sNxx and Python have each picked up a sniper rifle to play with. Python going to be chilling over towards that A side, and oh man, the split. The entirety of Permitta are heading towards one sniper or another. This could be devastating for Polish squad.
Oh, that flash is going to be working in their favor because the timings were off. Python going to have to try and shoot through the smoke. Not going to happen. He chucks down an incendiary grenade. Instead, his teammates are here. Oh, this is big. The counter rotation has to happen fast. It's all going to be down if Casey can get it in the position and try to counter them. But hAdji's going to be here, finds the first kill, but that is it. Lena with one over towards kennyS. Now Casey's going to be in a good position. Turns around, finds one. Now notices Python gets the kill, and we're going over to the second overtime. Wow. Okay, that is one hell of a crazy turn of events for these two teams. I'm sure they're going to be massively disappointed from, well, both sides, and the fact that they're going to have to go through another overtime. So here we go. We're going to be jumping straight into this.
Yeah. That round was so fun to watch. Like, Falcons, I think, were so in their heads about what was going to happen and how they needed to react and how important that round was that Permitta faked them out off the back of, like, a flash and a smoke. That's all it took. And the entirety of Falcons rotated across the map, and happily so. That is rough.
It's going to be kind of funny and kind of a little bit poetic that A site was their downfall in the end on their CT side. After how they performed on their T side, we've been able to dominate a little bit over towards the A site. See how they do going forward. sNxx is in a good position. misutaaa, though, looking to hold on to this. Potentially going to go for the overpeak, give away his position. The flash is going to be coming out. It does flash to the players, but he opts in to hold back a little bit and back off his footsteps, giving away his position. And MBK is still going to go in for the spray here. sNxx tagged down to 84. Lena on 88 with the AWP. And Lena's actually positioned over towards the A main hold, making sure no lurkers coming up looking for them. Very little progress has been made. This is looking pretty good for Falcons at the moment. 50 seconds left on the clock. Oh, hAdji is found with that last bullet. Down to 86, lost 14 points of HP. Smoking towards mid. I don't know if that smoke was on point, actually. I'd have to have a look at it. I have to wait and see if we get that opportunity. We do have Olymp pushing down towards mid. It looks slightly off on map. Okay, it is on point, never mind. It's not as good as I would expect it to be, though. hAdji over peaks, over commits. He's going to suffer for it now. Python has a couple of players next to him, but he gets a double slap. Olymp, sNxx, going to be pushing up daisies now. Now kennyS, AWP in hand, has an opportunity to shut down a couple of players. 16 HP left. It's going to be a molly going out. He tries to go for the peak, but he falls before he gets a shot off. There is 6 seconds left, and the bomb is lost. Lena, ISO, nothing they can do but just save and sit in frustration.
It's crazy how back and forth this keeps going. And it's really sad that, like, that round was looking reasonably good for Permitta. And they lose the bomb. And they're at a player deficit. And it's like, well, not much to be done here, folks. Falcons once again gaining that lead. Working their way up again. Slowly but surely. Double AWP setup out. MBK. AWPing with kennyS this time around. Python looking a lot better on the rifles. So put him back there and pop off. Look at this position. Dirty. Oh,
the backstab. He finds 2, 3. How has he done this? The triple. He's going in for the 4th, but he hasn't got enough bullets. The headshot landed as well. Python. He's dropped the 30 bomb in overtime. He was looking so lackluster before overtime hit, but now he's just looking to carry them. kennyS couldn't see through that grenade smoke. Loses his life. And now Lena and Olymp wondering how the hell they try and bring this back. It's 1st to 22 in this second overtime, guys. This could be the 20th round here for Falcons. Changing their tune. Looking to end the life. Permitta. Send them packing out of the Pro League conference, as it were. Python, there's a player right next to him. He wants to try and... if he does get this kill, it'd be absolutely beautiful, considering Lena's on 3 HP, thanks to the headshot on Python in the first place. So if he's able to do anything here, he does notice something. I think he's noticed the end of the scope. Just like the very tip of it.
We keep going around and around and around. Where we stop. At this point, I don't think anybody knows. If anybody can accurately predict how this game is going to end, I'll be impressed. Because every time Falcons get close to the finish line, Permitta make the most incredible resurgence, seemingly out of nowhere. And Python in some of these rounds has been disgusting. He's hit that 30 bomb, 3k in the previous round to help secure it for his team. But now they've left A. Oh man, it doesn't even matter that A is open. Lane is down. It's already a numbers deficit. Falcons just not giving a quarter.
Well, Python's going to have to be going huge once again. His position's now known. He manages to do nothing. He's taken out the equation, and so is his teammate hAdji. All of a sudden, with Python not being able to come alive, he fools misutaaa. He's been a bit of a clutch meister in the overtime for his teammate. Maybe teammates can do it again. ISO. sNxx, meanwhile, does take down MBK as he tries to lurk up behind them through A main. Not going to happen now. Donut is going to be the position. We see misutaaa and Kenny S pushing on through. Kenny S stood no chance. misutaaa, meanwhile, does manage to find one, but time is ticking. Less than half of the time left to try and get the defuse. Finds another kill on towards ISO, but now the T's are just like, okay, well, we back off. Yeah. You want to play this game? Then fine. We're not going to play it. That instant grenade doesn't really do too much, mate. So he realized, like, he started to back off there, and then his teammates are like, no, don't save. It's the last round of the half.
And this is what I'm saying, man. Whenever Falcons get close, Permitta go, no. And I love how I start that round and I'm like, oh, it doesn't even matter that A side isn't guarded because Kenny S gets the first kill. But no, it definitely mattered that it wasn't guarded. It definitely made a difference. Like, just getting one kill is not going to be enough. Especially against a team like Permitta, who, when they have their backs against the rope, that's when the fire gets lit. So there you go. They managed to get themselves around here, but it's not the end of the tale just yet. Oh man, Kenny S, what are you doing? Oh man. How are you still alive? Smoke saving him.
Yeah, this is the first map of 3. This is Permitta's map pick, Ancient. Keep that in mind. sNxx does get the kill on towards NBK. That is a good start for them. Second map is going to be Overpass, which is Falcons map pick. Permitta will start on CT side on that map. Decider will be Nuke. Python with a double ISO. Casey gets sent to the grave. Olymp does take care of Kenny S, but unfortunately it might be a little bit too late. Too little, too late on that front. Olymp is going to be coming up behind him. He might catch them off guard. He does spot one. Gets misutaaa, but that's not the bomb holder. He's now going to be locked out of that tunnel's position. If he does try to go through there, he is going to be in a whole world of pain. He chucks out a smoke. I'm not quite sure what use that was. He's going to go in for the rotation, but he's only got 7 bullets. Keep that in mind. Lena going to be following up. Decent amount of utility, but honestly, this is all going to be down to Olymp here. Never mind. Shut down. Lena, AWP in hand. Remember, it's first to 22. This could be the 21st round on the board here for Falcons. Permitta struggling to be able to try and find an answer here. They now know where the last player is. The molly's going to be going out and shutting down that player. He has to peek around the corner. Gets the kill. This could be it. Lena, second Molotov in hand, is going to be going down. He misses the chance to get the defuse. He gets the kill, but that's going to be all he is able to achieve. And he dies.
Didn't even get away with his life. Oh, match point again for Falcons. I'm getting some serious deja vu. I feel like we've been here before, Tom. I feel like
really does.
We've seen this. It's like a Final Fantasy movie at this point. I can see my death before my eyes. Well, one of these teams is going to end up dying. One of these teams is eventually going to have to give under the pressure of constant overtimes. Permitta. See, the fire has been lit a few times. They've managed to mount some serious comebacks leading up to this moment. And once again, we're at that moment where everything's on the line.
hAdji close to be burnt alive, but just able to stay on the precipice of those flames. We'll get licked by them. Who's coming out, misutaaa? Looking to hold up this ramp position. That was close. Shot's going to be coming out towards him. Stays alive. For now, anyway. Falcons, they need one more round. On the T side, they brutalized Permitta last time they're on the T side. This is a solid opportunity. They're going for the double peek in towards Cheetah. And they just fall like dominoes. Now, Casey's going to be down on the hour here. He has to go for the people. It's going to be misutaaa going down alongside MBK. Lena and sNxx going to be able to get a couple of kills. Now, Kenny S. Last one left alive. AWP in hand. If he goes down with that, that's going to cost him. He is spotted. He's now going to have to play a little bit more careful here. Oh, he turns around at the wrong moment. Casey shuts him down. Well. And that is the 20th round. Do I smell a third overtime?
Triple OT. I can't believe this is where we're heading.
I can't believe people in chat are arguing over which is better, Java or Python.
Clearly Python. I feel like he's proven that. Programming jokes. Did you know, Tom, there are 10 kinds of people in the world? Those who understand binary and those who don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
NBK pushing on. Oh, hang on a minute. What's going on? Permitta! Get a double kill. They are going to get shut down, though, as Lena goes too greedy, too early. And now it's all going to be down to the one of the man of the hour, Casey. He has to hold on to this. May just be able to. We shall see. Kenny S. and his teammates is going to be 3v3. They're going to be going in for the rotation B. It looks like it could be open. And, well, sNxx. He is in the right position, but if he gets mollied out like that, he is going to be a huge amount of trouble coming up from behind. It's going to be Casey. hAdji's going to be pushing onto site right away. They've spotted one player over towards the CT position. Oh no, sNxx drops. 2v3. Kenny S is here to try and take them down. Casey's going to be able to get one kill, but now 1v2. They know... Sorry, 2v2. Can't count, apparently. ISO is in a good position. hAdji's going to be spinning around the corner. Gets the kill. That should not have happened. No utility on him either. He can't even hold this. He goes in for the spray. He gets one. Going in for the second one. But he can't do it. Python! Of course it's him. He gets the kill. Gets the clutch. 22-20. Second overtime is now over. What a fantastic set of results from both of these teams. Permitta fighting tooth and nail to try and clutch it out. But Falcons coming out on top.
Honestly, I love, there's like a poetry in the fact that Python gets that, because at the start of the map, we had questions about his rifling. There were moments where it was like,